Welcome, folks. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon at the darts. It's the JDC second weekend on the Advanced Tour. A thrilling match to start things off. Daniel Stevenson against Reese Butler. We're at the centre of excellence, Lime Tree Park, the JDC Advanced Tour. The handshakes. And it's business time. Over the short format, it's a race to four. Could this be an all-important ball from the man from the northeast? We've got a freeze on the scoreboard here, as we did in the early stages of one of our days on the open weekend, as I scramble to Darts Connect to try and get you up to date. It usually takes a leg before it kicks in. The Gremlins are here on Saturday morning. Bear with us, folks. But fine scoring from both so far. All right, here we go. So the scores. Dan was on 24 required now. 15 darts gone. Reese way back. 174. So time on his hands here for Daniel. Double six. There we go. The opening leg of event number 5 goes to Daniel Stevenson. One of the hot favourites to win an event this weekend. And as for Reese Butler, played well in defeat in the opening weekend. 70 average in his event number 1. A 4-1 defeat against Taylor McGuckin. And he had some better averages later on in the events. And only came away with 1 win of the weekend. Demonstrates the strength and depth of the JDC Advanced Tour. Stevenson, meanwhile, on 2-2-1, back-to-back 140s. And we're up to speed here on JDC Advanced Tour live stream. A fine, fluent player is Butler. First look at him on the live stream. We've seen Daniel a couple of times. The JDC World Championship runner-up. 96 required to double his advantage. Played on the Alexandra Palace stage. The big fish started off so promising, but it's 48 for 2-0. Very unlucky on the 10s. And a chance to draw level on 85. Goes the 19s route. And a 19-dart breaker throw. Stevenson advances to 2-0. And Butler kept closer order in the second leg. He's got work to do because it's going to take 2 breaks to throw from here if he's going to win this match. But certainly pleasing on the eye in terms of ability. The youth county man from the Black Country Stevenson and Ryan Branley leading the charge, and the cavalry that is the Northeast talent coming through. We mentioned Daniel, who's throwing here, runner-up in the World Championship final, beaten 5-1 against Lex Paeshuyse, who was our Event 1 winner, and JPL star. Remember, folks and kids, we had a big announcement on the JDC vaults last night. More to come on that. That commences in April. 98 for 3-0. Beautiful first start. His opponent's on 145. Had to be aggressive on the last start. Great treble find with the last start to keep Stevenson honest in this leg. He was walking on that one, very unlucky. Disappointed. And back comes Butler. That all-important treble 19 gives him a chance here. 2 16s. Brilliant take. And that's punished Stevenson's misses on the 8s. And a relieved man from the West Midlands is now back in this one and back on throw. Daniel, who was in county action weekend, an 18-all draw down in Wales. He's leading from the front here, but at county weekend, he was 3-1 down and came back to win 4-3. And I asked curiously, did you manage to beat your dad's average? And he said, of course I did, with consummate ease. Great player as Mark, featured on the Alexander Palace stage and on the Circus Tavern stage as a chalker and a player. So this is a great response here from Stevenson. Disappointment after not going 3-0 up. He's on a finish after 12. And Reese over trying perhaps. Unable to find a big score, but he's on the premises. Great grouping. The looks a very determined man from the Northeast here. I'm sure we'll see plenty more of him over the course of the weekend. But his first things first, he featured early in event number 1. He wants chops. He had a difficult draw against event number 2 and 3 winner in Ryan Branley on event number 1, one of our early matches. And he opens proceedings here in event number 5 in Coventry. And he's 3-1 up and he's 1 away from placing the round of 16. Has the darts, a 77.77 average. Lucky 7 perhaps. How will young Reach respond? 14-year-old. Great temperament. Great focus himself. Just can't find a treble at the minute. 3-2, and it will certainly Put the pressure on Stevenson to throw it out. Brilliant from Butler. Looked like a 140 for my eyes. But 81 will still keep the scoreboard ticking. At this stage, you feel one treble's not enough, however, against a heavy scorer such as Daniel. England international is Daniel. And he's on 192, looking to set things up after 12 darts. Butler hot on his heels on 200. And a trebleless visit. The door is ajar for Reese. Unable to really capitalise on that blob from Stevenson. And it's punished. Brilliant setup. Two treble 19s, double 18 was the order. Double 10. Two fours. Oh, it was actually out, but the double 10 was in. And there's our first winner of the day, folks. Daniel Stevenson advances with a 4-1 victory over Reese Butler. Stay with us for game number 2 upcoming. Yeah, I've got you now, mate. Welcome back, folks. Game number 2 on the Jdc Advanced Tour. We saw Daniel Stevenson with a 4-1 emphatic victory in our opener. And it's the turn of the JDC World Champion. Event number 1 winner, JPL star. The resume grows for the man from Belgium. And he's up against 12-year-old Drake Porter, who had a very respectable opening weekend on the JDC Advanced Tour. And it's basically a free roll in this one for him. He's got nothing to lose against his slightly elder 13-year-old counterpart. God, I feel old. Two young superstars of the game. Best of 7 again. The format increases to best of 9 later in the tournament, and the final will be best of 11. But for now, first things first, our round of 32 match. Final preparations in place, and Drake will be able to keep the dart in that direction with his first dart when he does get underway. Friendly handshake. Now, world champ goes for the ball. It's the Englishman who's won the throw, and he's straight into business. Will we see a first maximum? Great attempt at the 177, however. And Drake, such a very natural throw. You feel has to get off to a good start against our world champion. And he's doing just that. And a 180 from Paeshuyse. And one thing's for sure, as we've seen in our JPL events, when he's under the cosh, he responds brilliantly. Whether it be leg difference or in leg difference. In the current leg, I meant. Responded beautiful with a 180 there. There was immediate pressure on Drake. And he's wrestled the advantage away. We see a slow start, a slow opening visit. And after that, it's been full steam ahead from Lex. 104 after 12 going. Great attempt again for a 3-figure out. Drake unable to finish on 181, but looking to set things up. Brilliant first start. Brilliant performance here in the opening leg from Porter. Our first look on the stream for him. Paeshuyse, however, nips it in the bud. A 170 to set up 11 was swatted aside, and Paeshuyse breaks. and en route to what was event number one title, a final in event number four, and a semi-final in event number two. There were plenty of darts in the 13 to 16, 17 range. Averaged 104 in one of his matches. Lex, of course, being world champion, was one of our automatic qualifiers to get on the JDC Advanced Tour. And Drake came through the Foundation Tour. With the JDC, showing the stepping stones, the progression that these kids make. It's fantastic to watch. So behind on the pitch count, but finds his first start beautifully, does Drake, doesn't he? 115 going. Still a chance. Not now. So the 1-2-2 has an opportunity. Treble 18 for the bull. Paeshuyse will be back for 56. And he looked a bit off balance there with the tops, and that carried on with the 10s. And it gave Porter an opportunity for 68. This is the big number even on the first dart.